welcome back to the Wisconsin Greg Show. It's been a while. I've been pretty busy doing lots of other stuff. I'm sorry about that. But I'm back, and happy Mother's Day to everyone out there, all the mothers, and hope all the rest of you are having a great day, spending time with your family, hopefully. And just gonna come on here and do a vlog, a Mother's Day vlog, and it's gonna be about all different kinds of stuff. So let me turn this camera around. Look at this beautiful lilac bush. I was worried about it. We had a frost 2 or 3 days ago. It wasn't a really hard frost. It was maybe got down to 30, and it was only for maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours in the morning before it warmed up again. But it didn't seem like it bothered it, so it looks okay. It's a huge one. This was planted years and years ago, right where I'm standing over here, pretty close to just, let's see, east of this lilac bush. Years ago, it used to be an outhouse, not here anymore, but I always thought they probably planted this, I think, to block the view of the road and also for make it smell good. That's my philosophy of why it was planted here. But it's a big one. It could be the hugest lilac bush in Wisconsin, who knows. Got some radishes up. Won't be long and they'll be ready to eat. And I got some more in another spot just coming up, and some peas just coming up, and some sweet corn just starting to come through, and I do have a few potatoes up. So we're behind, I mean, compared to the rest of the United States. We always are, because we have late frost up here. But this coming week I'll be planting a whole lot more garden. Apple trees are starting to get their leaves on. Some of them are getting their blossoms. Just depends on the variety of them. These two here don't have their blossoms yet. They're always a little bit later. It's a catalpa tree. That's always really late getting its leaves. That tree has had a rough life. When we had the polar vortex years ago, that was a very, very tiny tree, and it had a hard time getting past that 40 below zero weather we had there. That was rough. It was hard on it. And then it got hit by a windstorm, I think, a year ago. But it's still hanging in there. This one's another little apple tree. It's got some blossoms on it. I did cover this one up the other day so these blossoms wouldn't get froze off. This is the one tree that a deer rubbed its antlers on it quite a few years ago. It's healing, but it's got a ways to go yet. But it is. I didn't think it was going to even make it, but it's coming out of it pretty good. Let me show you this other branch here. Right down here, right here, there used to be a branch that came up like this, and last year I attempted my first thing, what they call air grafting, and that's kind of like cloning a tree, is what I guess you kind of define it as. And you put a bulb around it. You scrape the bark all around an area and put a bulb around it full of dirt. Keep it moist, or have the dirt's moist when you put it in there, and put this cloning stuff on there, and it helps it start roots. And I left that all summer last year. This plastic bulb was actually, the thing was so big I had to whittle the bulb away to make it bigger. And I didn't think I'd have success, and I had some. Looks like I'm gonna have some success. I'll show you that in a minute. The part I cut off of there after the end of last summer, because it had roots, I planted it in the ground last fall, and it's got little blossoms on it. That little tree does. Very, very short, but it's kind of glad it's gonna make it. Hopefully, if this one doesn't make it, I'll have another one just like it, a cloned one. My first attempt, and it seemed to work. I'll show you that in a minute. I have a cherry bush over here. I was worried about the blossoms on there getting froze off. I hung a jug of water in there. I see some people online swear by it. Some people say it don't work. Some people say it does. I didn't have nothing to lose, and I think it's so far they seem like they're gonna make it okay. So we'll see. Fixed up this birdhouse the other day. Put that up on the old barn. The birdhouse is better than the old barn. I actually built a new birdhouse for my brother for Easter. So just trying to tell you some of the stuff I've been doing. I've been kind of busy. This is the old Sasquatch cutout. This was done a few years ago. And then the wind damaged one of them, so I had to make another one. But then just past week, I cut out two more. One of them is going to be donated for cancer benefit to a friend of mine. So she's dealing with some cancer right now, and that's where one of those Sasquatches is going. The other one's for sale. I've been selling them for $150. And I also come up with a new idea, a Beast of Bray Road. Some of you might have hear that. If you don't, you can Google it. It's another thing that people say they've seen, actually not too far from my area. I think it's, I don't know, maybe 7 to 10 miles from here where they see it. That's where Bray Road, maybe 12 miles. Not too far, pretty close. Just on east side of Elkhorn, where Bray Road is. And that's where that Beast of Bray Road has been sighted. So I'll try to stick some pictures in here of the cutouts I did. They're quite, it takes a lot of time cutting them out. The sanding is the worst part. And they're very heavy. It's very thick wood. I can't remember if it's 3/4 inch or 1 inch. Premium outdoor wood, plywood. It's very heavy. Hard on my old man's back. This is the other branch that I was just talking about that I cloned. Came off that other tree, and as you can see, there's some blossoms on there. It's only about a foot tall, but it's doing pretty good so far. As you can see, we got dandelions, but that's okay. The bees need something to eat. As you can see, I've harvested a lot of asparagus already, and asparagus has been awesome this year. I actually gave some to my brother, some to my girlfriend, and I've had to freeze two big, huge batches of it. One batch was like the size of 2 Walmart grocery bags, or Walmart plastic bags. So I was busy. I had to harvest. I wanted to harvest it that night. We had frost advisories. I didn't want it to get damaged. So that's another reason I've been keeping busy, trying to harvest food. Don't want it to go to waste. Some of you might remember when I first started making these videos, I was out here in the field on the tractor a lot of times. I was used to run this farm. I ran this farm for, I think 20 years it was. And 3 years ago I rented it out. And the farmers that rent it now from me, that rent the land from me, they just planted this to corn May 9th. And they got big equipment compared to what I had. I had a 4-row corn planter. They got a 16-row. Just amazes me how fast they can plant this. I mean, they were done in a day, not even a full day. It was very fast. But they do, I believe they've got probably around 2,000 acres that they run between their own and what they rent. So they're busy, but it's a crazy business. Very expensive, very risky nowadays. Way things are going. Everything is risky nowadays. But anyways, I just wanted to show you that this is how my YouTube channel got started. My very first video was me plowing out in this field with a chisel plow, and a bunch of seagulls following the plow, eating all the worms and bugs or whatever that I flipped over with the plow. If you go back there and probably Google Wisconsin Greg plowing, you might be able to find that one. Or I could possibly leave a link in the description if I remember. But I'm gonna go, I'm gonna take a walk. Probably won't talk too much. I'm gonna go way back to that far corner, and then through the woods and down the hill and back to my pond. Haven't been back there for a long time. It's a beautiful day. We haven't had too many beautiful days. It's always been windy or rainy, or we've had so much wind. I don't know. I understand why we're getting so much wind. It's just unusual. We usually get some wind, but it's been so windy. And then when we get a nice day, you got to work like heck to get your work done around outside before it gets windy or rainy again. But right now it's kind of getting dry. So beautiful, beautiful day for a Mother's Day, let me tell you, in Wisconsin anyways. So I'm gonna get walking, and I'll be right back with you shortly. These are the gargoyles I'm working on. They're not gonna be that color. This is just kind of a base coat. You might see some of that color, but that's not the regular color they're gonna be. The big one's gonna be green, and the bluish colored one there is gonna be purple. And then that little bracket right there used to be my parents' years ago, and that's going to be repainted and stuff, all sandblasted, repainted. And that's what I'm going to put a wind chime that my girlfriend got me for Christmas. It's a big one. Let me turn this camera around here. Kind of hard to show you because I'm in my porch and it's so big I can't stand back far enough to show it to you. But it's a really, really big one. I can't wait to get it outside and listen to it. It's going to sound really good. This is a turntable I made to paint those gargoyles. Pretty nice. I might end up making one of these, actually a nice one. Stain it or something, or maybe paint it black. I'm not sure, for my kitchen table. I might make a little bit smaller one. This is a 15-inch one. This is going to be strictly for shop use, for painting things and working on things in the shop. And it'll get covered with paint and stuff, so I didn't even put no finish on this one. This is Willow. She's really growing. Planted this tree last year. I actually bought it on Amazon. Doing pretty good, coming along. Another year or two, it'll be huge. Alright, I'm getting close. I'm getting close to the corner, and then I gotta go through the woods. Just thought I'd see how you guys like this funny looking hat. I kind of like it. I haven't wore it in a long time. It's not the original Wisconsin Greg hat, but I think I bought them around the same time. This is from the Duluth Trading Company. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. They got some pretty good stuff. It lasts forever. It's a very high quality, also very expensive. But anyways, it's getting windy out here again. I thought I'd jump in here again while I'm down. I'm kind of in a hollow in the field, so I'm out of the wind, but it's getting windy again and it's noisy. So just wanted to show you my hat, and also wanted to see if you guys could make your thoughts and prayers to my girlfriend. She's having some tough times right now with her parents. Well, her mom has been sick, and her dad is in intensive care right now, and she's dealing with a lot of stuff right now, and too bad it has to happen on Mother's Day. So she's with all her family, and she's actually heading to another city right now to pick up her sister, and then they're going back to the hospital. She's got a lot going on her plate right now, so if you can, just pray for her if you're into that, or just put your thoughts into it. I know some of you ain't religious, and that's okay too, but thoughts and prayers are greatly appreciated for my girlfriend right now. She's going through some hard times on Mother's Day, but like I told her, you know, they can celebrate their Mother's Day a different day. It's best that she's with her parents, and they need her right now, so that's where she is. So I'm gonna get going, and then I'll catch you back here by the pond. I'm in the woods now, so I'm getting very close to the pond. I just came down this big hill right here. Very, very pretty back here, but if I wait too late into the summer, all the trees get all their leaves and stuff. It's very, very thick back here. Very hard to get through. Look at these huge rocks. I wouldn't be surprised if my grandparents had hauled these out of the field and dumped them here years and years ago. Huge. They're great big. They're really big. I don't know, it's hard to tell by the picture probably, but they had to weigh a ton. When I get to the pond, I'm not going to do much talking. I'm just going to be silent and listen to the nature. Hope you don't mind that. I know some of you probably like it. Some of you might get bored. But I enjoy being out in nature, and I just want to listen to the nature. keys. Pond's right over that hill. Let's see if we can scare up anything or sneak up on something. Don't know what that was. Maybe a frog? Okay, I had the camera off for a while and just sat here silently, and not a whole lot happening here at the pond. It's in the middle of the afternoon, so that's probably why. More towards evening and early in the morning is I think when there's more action around here. But I'm gonna head into the woods and walk through the woods on my way home. If I see anything interesting, I'll be right back with you, and if and when I see something interesting, I'll be back. If I don't, I'll be back at the very end to end this video, but I usually run into something interesting. So we'll see you in a couple seconds. So peaceful in the woods here. I don't know if you can hear all the songbirds, but they're beautiful. Told you we've had a lot of winds around here. You can tell just by looking at these trees. Look at the dead branches and stuff laying in the trees up there. Well, I do have some hills down here in southern Wisconsin, so around the Delavan area, but nothing like other parts of the state. Some of the other parts of the states are way more hillier than this. I just heard some deer take off. Must have disturbed them. Look at this vine. It goes all across that tree, and it comes down the side of the tree. It's really big. It's a little smaller than a can of Pepsi or something. Maybe like a Red Bull can or something. Pretty big though. See, it cuts across here. It actually goes down into the ground over here is where it comes from. Way over there on the other side of that brush. Pretty big vine. But anyways, I'm almost to the end of the woods here. So I'm going to wrap this video up. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope you all have a happy Mother's Day. And like I said earlier, direct your thoughts and prayers to my girlfriend Monica. She's going through some hard times right now with her parents. Her one mother's having some health problems, and her dad went in intensive care last night, and he's not doing very well. So thoughts and prayers would be greatly appreciated if you could direct them towards her and her family. Thank you, and we'll catch you on the next Wisconsin Greg video. Bye now.